Goodbye to pumpkins, hello to candy cane. Kids lost their gaming and went straight up insane. Steam released hardware, not one, two, but three. Will gaming dads rejoice? Let's review them and see.
Adult beverages are poured. The kids are asleep. Welcome to New Dad Gaming. It's a show about fatherhood, gaming, and new fathers figuring out their gaming lives.
My name is Trevor, and I have a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old.
And I'm Jeff. I have a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old.
Each week we try to show that just because you became a dad
Does not mean it's game over.
If we have had one bright spot in this year of no new games,
Yes.
it is absolutely going to be the news with Kingdom Come Deliverance. I will have you put a pin in it for one quick second. So I'm going to load you up on what I want you to get excited about it and talk about it. Because the thing I did want to put to bed first is, much like when a busy dad forgets to take his pumpkin off of the porch until December,
Right.
that's a little bit what happened to me with our pumpkin beer situation this year.
Uh-oh, okay.
So we have the rotted corpse of a pumpkin to wrap up this pumpkin beer season. That's not a review of the beer. That's just a review of the situation where in my overzealous state, I had bought must have been 6 or 7 pumpkin beers. We unfortunately missed a couple shows, and we record this now mid-November, and I'm finally at my last pumpkin beer.
Yeah.
I'll say this too, I was dreading it so much. It was generally fun. I like doing this every year. It's a bit of punishment, if anything. But, much like you'd go out with friends and dare each other to drink bad things, it's always interesting every year. One highlight, the one that I definitely would drink again, that, whitewater pumpkin espresso beer.
Yeah.
That was great. And that's what I hate about this week, because I would have loved to just end on a super high note. This is amazing. We did it. Okay, folks, see you next year. But not so much.
But no.
It's fine. It's just classically pumpkin beer bad. If that makes sense, where it's just you're drinking, you're like, okay, I will finish this.
Yeah.
I'll remind users that we did have one beer this year that neither of us actually finished.
No.
It was so bad. This is finishable. So this comes from one of my, I really enjoy this brewery. It's up here in Ottawa, Big Rig Brewery, named after the hockey player. Tales for the Pumpkin Patch Pumpkin Porter. So I would describe this as if you were to eat spoonfuls of pumpkin pie filling.
Oh.
It's not as if that's a bad taste.
Right.
But in absence of any other context, it's I don't want to keep eating this can of pumpkin filling.
Right. Too much.
That's what this beer kind of tastes like, where it's not bad. It's just I don't want this to be the story of the flavor that I'm drinking and eating.
Okay.
Right? So,
yeah.
But overall not bad though. Especially on the porter side of things, I think that's probably where pumpkin can probably exist, where it's on the darker beers as opposed to the lighter.
Yeah.
Is what I'm kind of finding, but yeah, out with a whimper. Out with a whimper.
Okay. Well, at least it wasn't out with the rotten pumpkin on the porch, right? It's just you just recycled it properly. It's fine.
Yeah.
It went away. It's okay.
Well, another great year. We'll do this. We will punish ourselves every year. This is always a fun hobby. But that does wrap it up here officially for the year. I don't think we're going to do... We should probably at least do 1 or 2 Christmas-themed beers, like candy cane, gingerbread, eggnog. Oh, man, an eggnog porter.
There's a lot of... Yeah, there's more variety than just pumpkins, right? You can go quite a bit. So we should pick one up.
Okay, we'll see. So Gaming Dad, start setting your recommendations for Christmas beer. If you have one, at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. Biggest news of the week by far is definitely the Steam hardware. I mentioned it in the poem at the beginning. We're going to get into it. But before then, what this new hardware would play very well might be one of Jeff's favorite games, and for one of which he didn't purchase, but he's being rewarded for not purchasing. Why don't you lay down the story of what's transpired?
Yeah, again, this is the year of, we're just trying to lay back on any new games and play what we have. So Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 launched earlier this year, I think in February or something around there. And I have waited patiently. I think listeners know the story of this game. I fell in love with the first one. I immediately want to play the second one because it picks off right after that one. And I will say patiently, I have waited. And I am going to be rewarded because the entirety of that game, so they plan out 3 DLCs. They already know, we're doing this mini, we're going to close it. Mm-hmm. That is all now packaged together in one big edition.
That's beautiful.
Right? So patience paid off, and now I get the full, hours and hours and hours and hours of game in one go, ready for probably 12/01 in January 2026.
There it is. Yeah, the very first day, perhaps as a Christmas gift, and then you just need to wait.
Yeah.
Wait an extra week to play into it. See, patience is a virtue. We teach it to our kids, and now we enjoy the spoils ourselves.
There you go, right? See? We'll do it every year. No, we won't. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Love to see it. Now, this one, God, can you imagine another year?
I couldn't.
We'd have to have a week, a gimme week. It's all right, buy everything you want this week.
Yeah.
And then
all right, free reign, open house, go.
And then after that, you just have to play whatever you bought that week and nothing for the entire rest of the year. So it's coming to a close. Pretty excited, but that's a cool little win. You love to see it.
Yeah.
So I'll throw our order into a bit of a mix. We should talk a little kid news, and then we'll get into the Steam coverage of the content, because it seems both of our kids kind of stepped in it this week.
They did.
Because in my household, the youngest is on a 2-week game ban, and the oldest joined him on a 1-week game ban. So there's a
co-op punishment. Yeah.
Co-op punishment. So there is 0 games going on. What's the situation yours? Is it just the one, or do you have both kids?
My youngest is out of a laptop right now because of their gaming weekend hijinks. So.
Oh my goodness! All right, so let me hit mine first. So just really quickly, our kids' scoring at school is 1, 2, 3, 4. Both of them, given who they are fully capable of 3s.
Yeah.
Right. 3s are basically show up, don't be a dick, do your homework, do your assignments. Yep. You get a 3, right? So and the youngest has generally been a little bit better at school, which I think is classic for the younger one, because it's kind of stick it to the older one who's has to
totally
forge ahead type of thing.
Yeah.
But he comes back with a 2, a big shiny red 2. Oh no. Uh-oh. And immediately it's all right, well, hey man, them's the rules. A week of no games, you're off. You gotta you have to study. You can't do this. They sulk. They go upstairs. They're just kind of kicking around. At some point, I'm working from home. I go upstairs for coffee or something like that. And as soon as I walk in, both of them are sitting there on the couch with their laptops. Slam. And it's oh no, that's guilty as hell. What are you what are you guys doing?
Right.
And sure enough, thankfully, there's still that kind of honesty. They're we were playing Roblox, and it's okay, there's 2 problems with this. Number 1, there's no Roblox during the week.
Right.
So immediately that's bad for all of you. And number 2, you're banished from games. We just had this conversation. So it's all right, so oldest play Roblox, you're out for a week now as well. And number 2, you got an additional week off. Damn, guys, come on. What are we doing here?
Did you even try to play coy with it? You heard the sound, you'd be huh.
What
might have heard something in here. What was that? Was that a book that you're supposed to be reading?
That's the better dad move. That would have been better to play coy. But I think it was just my head cocked to the side, just disbelief. It's what was that?
Totally. Yeah.
So
wow.
1 week for the oldest, 2 weeks off for the youngest. And that's okay. Even better. The best part about the story: the youngest comes back the next day or 2 days. Just before the weekend, shows up with another test, slides it across my desk, and wouldn't you know it, the bugger got straight 4 pluses, perfect, just perfect, right? He's kind of beaming, he's all happy, so, rocking nonchalantly on his heels. He's so that's a pretty good mark, huh? Do you think maybe I could play a bit of games or?
How many? What's that in Robux? What's the transaction there? That's
Does that slice a little bit of time off my punishment? And it's like,
yeah.
no, it does not. Like this is better. Like you are still 2 weeks out. Like no, man, sorry.
Yeah.
But I got to respect the hustle. I'm glad he tried. But no, we don't play that way. That's the rules. Like we are sticking to punishment so that that it means something. So
yeah.
So what was the hijinks on your side that lost them the laptop?
Yeah. So my youngest, every weekend they have chores that they have to do. They have to do laundry. They have to empty the dishwasher. They have to like clean up the room. Basic things.
Yep.
They're 12, right? Like you should be doing this without being told. It's been 12 years of it. Maybe not 12, but enough. A decade. Close to
I'd like to see you enforcing it with your 1-year-old. It's like, come on, man.
Well, what's up? Let's go. Crawl around and clean up your room. Anyway, they were supposed to do all that stuff. They said they had completed it, and that's when they can go on the laptop and do whatever. But also, we're trying to teach them, like, okay, there has to be limits. You need to understand when to take a break, right? So they're on there for a few hours, and we're like, okay, like, we're going to take a break now, right? So they're like, yeah. I'm actually going to go do my, I got to do my laundry, right? I'll put that in and then come back down, right? So they went away, they came back down, and they could go on for a little bit longer, whatever. We find out, it is on Sunday, that none of it is done.
Oh, my God.
Right? The laundry's upstairs, but it's shoved into a corner. The bed sheets aren't on the bed, right? They didn't clean up their room. So they lost the laptop until they can figure out, you have this. It is like something that you are earning to be on there. You don't just get it. And we've kind of had that same thing. Like, you're not owed it in any way. You have to help out. And these are your little things that you can do. And we're supposed to be building on that. Not this shaky foundation that we have going on. So they understand. They're not much like yours. Not particularly in a good mood about it, but they understand it. Like, it's not a surprise. And I think that's what we've changed in our generation. Like, it's not a surprise, the consequence.
Yeah.
Whereas I think in my experience, it was like, what?
Why are you ruining my life? Whoa.
Yeah, like there's a lot to go with it, right? So this one is like, yeah, okay. We'll see next weekend if things improve. Yeah, exactly. Ooh.
Jeez, what a fantastic point. Yeah, because there was no fuss. Like, because they were caught so dead to rights. Yeah. We have been so explicit in the exact push and pull, the exact consequences. It's like, if you get a 2 or lower, you will lose a week of games. Just full stop.
Defined, yeah.
So when they come back with a 2, it's like there's no decision here. It's just the rule, and you know the rule. And even with the rule, again, when they got caught for the second time, they really didn't. It wasn't. It's funny because you mentioned. I'm just now realizing it. They weren't happy, but there was also, they weren't pushing back and how could you do this, or no, that's not fair. They're just like, yeah, fair point.
Yeah, basically, it's like, all right, you got me.
Yeah,
you got me, right?
That's life. That's the way cookie crumbles.
There's no tears anymore. There's no whatever. No, yeah. Okay.
I see it. Hey, gaming dads out there, your little ones experiencing any no game punishments? Have they circumvented rules? Any other stories like that? Reach out to us at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. Now, what a time to lose their privileges among such a wild time in gaming.
Really,
so much cool stuff out there.
Because
Steam, I cannot claim to be on the cutting edge of rumors and news, but it does cross the desk every now and then. And I didn't hear anything about this. I think Steam kept this fairly under wraps, huh?
Yeah, I didn't know anything about their hardware announcements at all. So yeah, they've been keeping this secret for a while now. So what other secrets do they have?
Half-Life 3 confirmed. Yeah, so Steam comes out this week, announces 3 products. So the new Steam controller, which seems to be you would be able to speak to this a lot more sharply than myself, because it seems like they took a lot of the lessons that they learned from the Steam Deck, as far as the trackpads, button placement, things like that, and applied it to this controller. Does that accordingly? Does this entice you in that like, oh wow, this will be great, or is it more like this is just another funky Steam controller?
I will. Okay, so if I didn't have a Steam Deck and play on the Steam Deck, almost like, whenever I can, I would look at this controller and be like, "What is that?" Like, just because it looks kind of dorky, right? Dorky, bulky, like almost like the original Xbox controller. Like that's how big it is. But I will say those trackpads that they put on the bottom are a game changer with any game that is not programmed for a controller, because it's just like your mouse. And I'm playing strategy games with it, so I think it just
like strategy games, like relatively competently.
Yeah, like I had StarCraft loaded up on this, and I could keep pace, right? Like it wouldn't be as like quick as a mouse, but no, not competitive at all. I'm too old for that, Trevor.
I don't know. I'll give you some credit. We got some talented dads that listen to the show.
Yeah. But no, like anything with a mouse keyboard kind of setup, the way you can program things to your own liking is just opportunity for dads. And you can, again, have like little macros already done on one of the track pads can be a wheel, and you can have all these macros activate per game. And so it's a really neat controller that I think could open up a lot of people's Steam libraries if they want to play with a controller, right?
So question for you, like just from a point of ignorance, so I'm thinking about the controllers that I use, and classically you got the two thumbsticks and then you have the D-pad, up, down, left, right?
Yep.
The up, down, left, right commonly controls things, like press up to change weapon or whatever it is, right? This doesn't have it. Does that just get replaced with the trackpad in that case, where it's like you click on the area, or is it like movable?
You can, usually it does go to the trackpad, and the trackpad is like almost clickable, so it almost is like a directional pad within itself.
Okay.
So it's touch sensitive as well as clickable, right? So you can have all that stuff ready to go. What I do in a lot of my games is I replace whatever the D-pad is to the triggers on the back.
Oh my god.
And then there's like a middle mouse button that is usually my R1, and I like press that and I rotate with the trackpad, and I'm rotating the world. Like it sounds kind of convoluted, but I'm so trained now to go through those games in that way. So it is really kind of neat, and you can program it or download community profiles on people that have kind of like fine-tuned it per game. And it's really just a neat thing to, again, more as a tool, right? So if you want an added bonus to some games that may not be controller specific.
Yeah. So I will say though, I'm an idiot. It does have a D-pad. Just like
up there. Yeah.
I thought you meant
see
like
it
at first.
Right.
So I just thought it didn't have a D-pad.
No. Yeah.
Because all I could see, like deer in the headlights, all I could see were the massive trackpads. I'm like, where's the D-pad? I didn't even notice it. Okay.
I thought you wanted to move the D-pad into the trackpad. I'm like, yeah, you could totally do that.
Yeah,
if you want.
It still makes for an interesting knowledge about like, okay, you can do a bunch of crazy funky stuff with it. Cool.
Yeah.
But that's just more being, I'm a jackass, so fine.
No.
I don't know, man. Like ever since, so my kid broke my good controller.
That's right.
Right, I let them use it for a hot minute, and they proceeded to immediately goddamn break it.
Yeah.
So I have a new one, but it was like a $25 one. It's fine. So there's a part of me like, is this Dad's Christmas gift? Because this looks pretty dope, and I'm going to be doing a lot more travel in the new year. It's like this might be pretty sweet to have.
Yeah. Don't give this to a kid that's going to drop it. It is
no. This gets locked even further away.
It's another week off. It's it could be a good dad gift. That's true.
So that was dope. Now this Steam controller pairs perfectly with the new Steam console.
Yes, the Steam machine.
My God, the Steam machine. They're doing it again.
Yeah.
But this time this is fascinating. As best as I could understand it, and I want to get your take on it. Like the way that they talk about it, it's like it's as powerful as 6 Steam Decks.
Steam Decks, yeah.
And what that says to me in a way is that it is a Steam Deck, but just like a super powered one.
Yeah.
And why I find that encouraging is that the Steam Deck works so well. Right? So because as opposed to what I'm trying to say is like as opposed to let's just build a console.
Yeah.
Right? Or build a computer, which they don't kind of have experience in directly in many ways. It's instead, hey, let's take this platform that we built, get rid of the limitations of having it handheld, and just like soup it up to the max. And that feels like they'd be good at doing that because they've done such a great job with the Steam Deck.
Yeah. It's something that it gave me pause because SteamOS is a great operating system of what I worked in with the Steam Deck. So to have it on a console and just, again, make it 6 times as powerful as the Steam Deck, I think would help. So when I dock the Steam Deck to a TV, there is noticeable artifacting, right? Like it's not going to maintain, it's not going to get to 4K. So this thing is saying 4K, right? Which I think is probably like ideal state. I don't know how many games are going to reach that on 6 times the power of a Steam Deck, but they do have a lot of frame generation or like upscaling techniques that they could just implement, and that's what's doing the heavy lifting here, which I am all for. I would. It looks really like it's just this like I think it's a 6-inch cube, like a little Gabe cube. That sits like when I saw it, I immediately thought of like, oh, that's Trevor's form factor. It's just like this neat little thing that sits there by the TV. And plays all your Steam library. Why not?
God, it's small, unobstructive, and it's like no shade at the PS5 for what it is. Especially like it's kind of PS5 has kind of won the console wars as much as like it wants to, but it's a beast. Like it's huge. It's a big ask. That's a commitment. Of space. It is.
It's a new shelf. It is, yeah.
Whereas this Steam Deck, like this is a cute little GameCube type thing that you could just like throw around. As far as like, I don't want to say it's not hooray. It's portable, but it's sort of that like it's not going to be such a massive thing to have to like pick this up and go somewhere. Like it's just like what a fantastic looking like little box. Like it's such cool hardware, and it's nice to see them have committed to such a small form factor. To try to make it easier to fit into a living room.
I will say it does step on the toes of... So, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Let's just put that as an example for me.
Somehow. Just let's pull a game from the ether.
Right? No one knows of this game. I wouldn't buy it on Steam right now because I don't think it would play well on my Steam Deck. Right?
Interesting.
So, I would buy it on my PS5 and stream to my Steam Deck.
Okay.
Like, that's how I would play it because it's just... I don't have to worry about anything not working. If I got this Steam machine, I probably would have bought it on Steam, right? Like I would buy it there. This thing could run it and fire it to the Steam Deck, which is a lower resolution than me upscaling to a 4K TV. And I'm probably getting the same experience. I'm probably getting more juice out of it than, what I would try to do on just the Steam Deck.
Yeah, man. That totally makes sense. And it's like, it's upgradable.
Yeah, like modular, everything. Like
you can open the thing. You can SD card slot alone, so just for like some extra storage. But I think you can even update the SD cards and everything. Like you just rip the front off the thing, right, and shove a bunch of stuff. So like, it's gonna become interesting because like when dads write in and ask, "Hey, what new console should I get? What if this comes out and receives like really strong reviews and it's working? This becomes a real contender because it's." As far as like, hey, do you have a Steam library? Did you ever have like a whole wealth of games back in the day? Right. Like let me tell you, like a Switch 2 game costs $100. A PS5 game costs $100. Steam Summer Sale costs like 30 cents in a song, and it's like, you could just load up your little cube with games for the entire year. Like it starts to really enter the conversation.
Yeah, and then you have the Steam family share, so like when you're not playing it, somebody else can play it on their laptop. Like again, it's just I don't know. It seems to shake it up, depending on price, obviously. But we'll see what that happens.
That is super fascinating because if this comes in at like $1,000, it's like
no. Yeah, right. Because you're like, well, because desktop.
Because one of the things about the Steam Deck is that if the Steam Deck was like $600 to $800, I don't know that it's like a smash hit. As much as it was at like 300, 350. Yeah. Right? So it's fascinating. Like, God, of all the things they could just drop like this. So
I'm hoping they would price cut it just to get in the door.
I'd be curious if they do the old console model of undercutting. Maybe not a loss. Maybe they're not in the business of losses, fine. But basically almost at cost with the idea that like this is going to drive a crazy amount of Steam purchases.
Yeah.
For people who've been too afraid to own a gaming PC, but they've wanted to have access to PC games.
Yeah.
So perhaps maybe I don't know. That's it. We'll keep everyone posted. It's gonna be super fascinating. The other thing that's gonna be fascinating from a price standpoint is the third announcement, which is the Steam VR set.
Yeah, the Steam Frame, I think it's called. Yeah.
The Steam Frame, which they're getting back into it. They had one of the original VR sets. The Index, was it?
The Index. I think the whole thing was called the Index, or just Control. I don't know. Something like that.
But this one, like, I've been trying to... I should have done more research before I came on today, but as best I understand it is that it's coming a little bit for the Quest, in that it has that duality where the headset itself can play some VR games. So a la Quest, or like a Quest 3, whatever you have, put it on your face, play games, great. But then it can also connect to PCs, or of course your now Steam, the Steam machine. And then like be doing like full like VR titles based on the game. So it's like, so it has that duality. But more fascinating for them though is classically, I think the Index is very much like it is. If you are going to use this $1,000 headset, make sure you have the $1,000 to $2,000 PC that's powerful enough to play your $1,000 headset. But this thing is like, no, it's a standalone VR. But if you happen to have a machine capable of VR, you can also be using that. Like, what's your thought? Like, you've dabbled in VR? Well, you were. Honestly, how would you describe it? Because like you like I were like we dived head first with the PSVR. I have zero regrets. That was a great fun time. Zero regrets with that console. That was great. I have the Quest 3. I'm still in it. I don't think you're still in it in the VR world.
Not really, no.
Okay, so but you're somebody who had been tempted previously.
Yeah.
And then something like this comes about. Like what's your takeaways? What's your thoughts, Gaming Dad?
I think what led me away from like the MetaQuest 1 was that it was all in the headset. So like, yeah, there are some games there, some cool opportunities. I'm not going to downplay everything there, but like I never got the PSVR experience, right? Where there's like full car racing, the graphics look amazing, and it runs, right? I don't have a PC to fire to it, so I'm kind of stuck, right? So if this thing can not only like link in with something that I might have, like a Steam machine, that would be cool to live in like that ecosystem. But I'm kind of excited that Steam, again, is bumping up the profile of VR, because I think a lot went exclusive to MetaQuest. And if they start developing for Steam, I think that's a wider audience and more money being dumped into like, hey, we have all these people out here that could be interested in VR, or maybe a VR portion to our game that's already out that can run on the Steam frame. And like you don't have to buy another different ecosystem to get into. I think that's what's exciting to me. But we'll see, because I don't know. Like I find myself not really in the gaming dad mood to strap VR on my head anymore. But like, who knows? Like again, if that experience is like top tier, and I'm thinking like, again, No Man's Sky would be cool to play in this.
No,
I can't get that on MetaQuest, right? Like, I can't because I don't have a PC to fire to it. But
sorry, that's the thing. So you do need the PC, but with that, you can do. It has a pretty robust. It's a straight up VR mode. Yeah, that's really well said. That is really exciting. That's a fantastic take. I do like your idea that this will help the VR ecosystem, where previously it was either just like standalone VR titles, which is not doing that great as far as the Quest is concerned. Like it's mostly just there's the one game, Gorilla Tag, and it's just like kids screaming, and it's just nothing but like that type of slop taking over it. As far as like standalone VR titles, not the greatest space. The headset's still great. Like you just have to remind yourself to use it. But I do often where like it's either for the golf. Like I do like golf on that system is absolutely phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
I return that to often. But even when if I'm finding myself like, okay, I'm going to take like a 15-minute break here, watch some YouTube. The thing I'll remind myself to do is to grab the VR headset, like pour a coffee, then just put that on, because then I can just be sitting in the living room because it has a pass through, and I'm just watching this like 100-foot screen for the same type of content.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so even from the dad experiences, there's still like minute moments where you can get into it, which is probably a bit more of the lane as opposed to like I'm gonna put this on my face for 3 hours and see what happens.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, that's a good point.
But it'll all come down to price because if it's $1,000,
Oh yeah, I
like
think
it's
they've lost the plot if it is.
which is kind of like for all of them in many ways. I mean, the controller probably. I mean, it'd be great if it was 60. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 100.
Yeah.
The sorry, we passed this twice. I will come back. Remind me to keep talking about pricing. One of the most fantastic things, one of the most infuriating things with the Quest 3, especially with PC gaming, is that linking it to the PC is a nightmare. The greatest way to do so is a $30 piece of software called PC Link or Virtual Desk.
Oh right.
That and somehow that software more reliably connects wirelessly to your PC than anything that Steam does. Even better than physically taking a stupid wire and shoving it into the computer. Like that is somehow less reliable than this $30 software. These guys have spent like $4 billion. Like, however, with the Steam frame, what they have is a specific USB device that plugs into your machine, and then that acts as a dedicated router just for the headset. So no internet, things like that. Because one of the problems with wireless VR streaming is that if your network experiences any latency issues, so your experience goes. But this is like no. Your headset connects to this dongle, and its only purpose is just like the visuals. And I thought that was absolutely genius. And it's like the absolute latest Wi-Fi, like I don't know what it is.
7? I think we're at 7. Yeah.
Whatever it is, like 6 or 7, like it's up there. So it's like more than like capable. Anyway, so I want to put a pin on that because I found that to be one of the most fascinating parts of it, and it's a great shot against Quest, which has had like horrific connectivity issues.
Right.
But pricing, if it's $1,000, it's cool that it can play games on its own, but like for that price, it's a bit of a hard sell. But so if the controllers, my hope is that the controller is 80. Not hope, I'll put a guesses. I think the controller is going to be 80.
Yeah.
I think which will be 60 US. I think the Steam machine, I'm thinking $699, so 500 American. Right, I think
Switch to kind of price.
Yeah,
right?
kind of aggressive, or maybe even like $699 American or 600 American, kind of like in that ballpark.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the Steam frame.
It's got to be similar, right? Like maybe it's the same.
They're going after the Quest, and I just have to think that's what they're like. That'd be the target, which would mean they release it for $399 or $499, and I bet they go $499 because it's a bit more of an enthusiast thing. So what's your thoughts on prices? Price the three of them.
Yeah, again, I think you're probably bang on for the Steam controller. I can't see that much tech being any cheaper, to be honest. The Steam machine is definitely around. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a little bit higher for Canadian, probably $749, $799, which is kind of a little further than what I would want. And then Steam frame, I'm hoping it's $499 kind of thing. I didn't see too much on the lenses itself. Maybe I missed that, but like I know the lenses are like modular too, right? So if they have new ones, you pop them in. But I don't know if they're
that's pretty good.
The pancake ones or the.
I don't think it. I saw some. Hold on, Steam frame. God, I'm just. They all start with Steam, so I keep like.
I know.
Steam frame lens tech. Let's get that quickly.
Because I'm just wondering, or maybe there's no information on it yet, but.
Oh, it is pancake. Okay.
Oh, okay.
No, there is like they have just launched all this stuff on their site, like so they're being very open about it. Wireless adapter, FOV-aided streaming.
Oh, foveated streaming. Yeah, that's
streaming.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay, pancakes. Thin and light custom pancake lenses provide edge-to-edge sharpness and a large eye box. Optics feature two 2160 by 2160 LCD. Okay, so that was the thing that I'd heard about, where it was.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, "Yay, pancake! Yay, this!" But then it was LCD. To like,
oh, yeah.
But perhaps that makes it kind of cheaper. You know what I mean?
Cheaper, yeah, exactly. There'll be a pro version, I'm sure, later.
Yeah, and for most normies, like it's not going to really matter, right? I did love they had Hades 2. It's one of the games they're playing on like a big screen and outdoors. It's like, hey, they're talking to me. They want me to buy.
They're trying to sell me to do it. Okay, I'll do it.
I'm
Sure.
listening. I see you.
Every time they show Half-Life Alyx there, though, like that little GIF of it, I'm like, oh, I missed out on that, and it would be cool if that like ran perfectly on this.
It was a very. Oh, you kidding me? This is gonna run it's gonna run the most perfect. That game is amazing. It is a. Did I tell you that I played it? Like I have it.
I don't know if you did or not. If you do, that's crazy.
I've been in a couple hours in. It's stunning. Like it is fun. It is interesting. It's compelling, but it's just also a complete love letter and sell package for VR. It's like, look what we can do.
Right. Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's just an experience, right? You're just like playing with the bottles of water and stuff. Like you're like, woo, look at me.
Oh, that's so cool. Like I absolutely loved it. Like so I would love for you to play it. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I gotta get my hands on it. Or buy it.
We'll have to see what Santa leaves under your tree. Although this stuff doesn't come until 2026, so like.
Yeah, again, Steam cards can be used to purchase this stuff. Just saying.
So I need $4,000 worth of Steam cards.
I mean, start now and see where you get.
Yeah. Now, is any of this of interest to your kids? Because for me, I think they're interested in VR. I think it'd be a very fast, like little touch of it. It'd just be a novelty. I think they'd drop off of it. Controller, unnecessary for what they do. Steam OS, like if that was the family console, fine. But it's not. It's not as though like, oh boy, I so badly want Steam. It's more like I want games, and whether that's the Xbox, PlayStation, or whatever, right? So this doesn't seem to have a lot of appeal to kids. I don't know if you see yours having any kind of drive.
Mine probably don't even know this exists, to be honest, and I don't think they care too much. The Steam Frame, my oldest might be interested in if it had Beat Saber to it. I think Beat Saber went exclusive to MetaQuest. So, because he wants to do his own songs, right, and write his own stuff, and you can do that if you had access to something that a little bit more. Like on I've talked about with the MetaQuest, it's screwed up with the family profile and stuff. Like, he's got to buy it, and then I've got to. I don't know, whatever it is. Anyway, I think he would be it would just be something he'd maybe play for a month, and then it would collect dust. So I think this is for the gaming dads.
Yeah, I saw that. There's a great. So it's the jealous girlfriend meme, or like the. Whatever the one's called, where it's the boyfriend like looking around the corner, going like, "Ooh."
Oh, right, yeah.
His girlfriend's getting all angry, and the girl in red walking forward that the guy's paying attention to is like the Steam Frame, and then he's looking longingly. It's like, oh, this is me, a gamer guy, and then the girlfriend in the back is like my Quest 3 that's been rotting in my closet for the past 6 months.
Yeah.
I kind of get that's a sense of it because like. I mean, PSVR, it was like such a fantastic time, but it had kind of a bit of a shelf life and it dropped off. And then got into Quest, like, this is amazing. Probably don't use it as much as I should. Drops off a bit. Then new VR contender comes in. It's like, oh my God, here we go. VR, baby. And
it's going to happen. It's going to happen. This one's different. This one can change me.
Yeah. I'm going to use the heck out of my Quest 3. I'll show you. We'll see what we get. Everybody, that'll wrap it up for the week. Thank you so much for listening. This has been New Dad Gaming. If you like the show, you can find us on all the major podcasting networks. Look up for us on Spotify, Google Play, Caster, anywhere we get your podcast. Just search for New Dad Gaming. If you do find us on there, what really helps out the show is if you can go ahead and subscribe. Especially helps out if you can like, rate, and leave a comment. It gets the word out to as many gaming dads as possible. Really helps out the show. If you want to share this episode or any of the other episodes, Jeff and I would be eternally grateful. It's been fantastic to grow this community of gaming dads. Happy you're here and always happy to bring in a few more. We'll see. We can all commiserate and find the best possible deal on these Steam boxes. See if we can get some gaming dad tournaments. So reach out to us if you have any gaming dad stories or own reviews, have struggled with your own kids, following through on your punishments for when they get bad marks and kicking off their systems. If you have thoughts on any of the new Steam hardware or your day one purchaser, we'd love to hear about it and read your opinions on the air. Reach out to us at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. Everyone, once again, thank you so much for listening. Until next week, my name is Trevor, and I have a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old, and ain't none of them playing games for 2 weeks.
My name's Jeff. I have a 15-year-old, 12-year-old that's no longer playing games, and no Steam machines yet, but I'm hoping for one. 2026. Let's see.
Fingers crossed, big year.
Yeah. That's right. Reward for this year.
We deserve it, frankly.
That's right.
Remember, everybody, just because he became a dad
Does not mean it's game over.